Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today I want to talk about Boba Fett. We've got the new Rebel Boba Fett out, and I want to talk about Imperial Boba because we can do all this cool stuff with the new Rebel Boba cards because they're Boba Fett. They're not class specific. So I want to do an Imperial Boba list that's going to be taking advantage of some of the new tricks that Boba has that he learned from the Rebel Boba Fett. So he's kind of done the time warp. He's talked to his future self. He's like, "What? I'm going to be able to do that? Can you teach me that now?" And he said, "Yes, I can." And so that's what we're going to do in today's video. I'm going to be using Tabletop Admiral. So if you guys haven't already checked out Tabletop Admiral, I'll put a link down in the video description below, and you can check out this list there. I want to hear what you guys think too. Let me know down in the comment section. Also, I'd love for you guys to check out our Discord. We have a great family-friendly Discord, and we talk about games like Legion, Armada, X-Wing, all kinds of Star Wars gaming, Shatterpoint, you name it. We're talking about all of that stuff there. I also want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Amazing full metal tokens compatible with Star Wars Legion. Also, tokens compatible with Magic the Gathering, Star Wars X-Wing, Arkham Horror, Keyforge, all that cool stuff. You check them out. You're going to love these tokens. They're full metal. They are shiny. They're gorgeous. They're double-sided. They're absolutely spectacular. You're going to save 15% by using code Crabbok VIP. These are the best tokens in the world, and that's why I use them in all of my games. So you should definitely check them out. All right, so Boba Fett has also seen a slight change. When we got that last card pack, we got new Merc versions of all the bounty hunters. So the Imperial version of Boba Fett is different than the Daimo version. He's got 3 weapons. He's got the boot spikes. He's got the range 2 gun with impact 1 and versatile. He's got the range 3 gun with pierce 1, but only 2 dice. But he still has 5 dice total. He's got arsenal 2, right? 5 dice total when attacking. He's got Search to Crit. He's got Search for Defense, Red Defense die that get Beskar armor. Speed 3. This is a younger, more evil Boba, right? He's got Jump 2. And as far as we know, with all like the jump, all that move changes and stuff like that, this is still going to be very, very mobile. Highly mobile character and probably can do even more stuff right now. Considering that you could potentially jump 2 and then still climb to move down 1 more if you needed to. There's a lot of really cool things that you can do with that. But I think most of the times you'll be jumping in and shooting, and that's pretty cool. But then again, you might kind of play it slow depending on how we're going to do some of the command card stuff. So I want to do an Imperial list using Boba Fett, and we're going to put some other fun stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding him into the list right away, and I want to jump to command cards because there's one command card in particular that I think is going to be really fun with this particular Boba Fett. So we're going to add him over there. Now, he's a Merc. We can only add 1 Merc operative. I can't add another bounty hunter unless I do Underworld Connections, and I'm not going to do that in this build. I'm just going to have the 1 Merc, so I'm just going to play it old school, like he was just paid over-the-counter credit. We're not doing any secret stuff. We just hired him as normal. And I want to go to the command card section here because we have Boba's original cards. We've got the Whipcord Launcher, we've got the Flame Projector, which is still cool, and then the Jetpack Rocket. All right, and of course this one's being a range 4 weapon. Of course, there's that. There's a lot of cool things you can do with these, but I think these were all kind of lackluster. Like a lot of these aren't that great. Whipcord Launcher is kind of cool, but there's a lot more other ways to do Immobilize now, and the Flame Projector I think is pretty cool if you're going to be using it in conjunction with the other Flame Projector. And the Jetpack Rocket isn't bad. It's good if I think it was better on the older version of Boba, and it's still it's okay right now. I mean, he's got Arsenal 2, so you can do this and something else potentially. Especially if you want to do the range 3, you could roll 3 red and 2 black with Pierce 1 and Impact and Blast and all that cool stuff. But the new ones are really what shines, right? Simple Man is a really cool one. We've got Making His Way in the Galaxy, which is that big AE attack. And we've got Rule with Respect. And this is the one that I really want to highlight this build based off of. It's a 3 pip, it's Boba and 2 units. And while Boba has a face-up order token, when a friendly unit at range 1 and in line of sight of him makes a ranged attack, add a black die to one of that unit's attack pools. So I like this one. I just think it's really fun. And there's a couple of things I wanted to do with Boba, but this is going to be an inspiring card. So yeah, like we're going to do command cards at the end, but this one is one that I'm thinking about for a lot of the choices that go into this list. So with that being said, we do have Boba over here, and we're gonna put some upgrades on him. Not too many though. First off, I do want him to have his flame projector. I like the basic flame projector, right? The new one, right? And it's got blast and spray and all that good stuff. It's got suppressive on it. It's a cool card. It's a cool card. I want to have that one on him, and I also want to give him. I want to give him the offensive push. So. He's going to be mobile. He's going to be shooting. Rolling 5 dice. Even with Surge to Crit, I wouldn't mind having just one reroll. You know, I don't think I'll need it all the time. But especially if I got somebody low and I'm going for that bounty kill, like that's going to be good. Now, I'm going to have independent aim or dodge one. So if I'm not issued that order, that's going to be great. But what about on the time that I do get the order, right? So I think I honestly think offensive push is like perfect on this new Boba. You can get the aim every other time, and you're not going to need to recover, but it's there when you do need it. And a lot of times it's when you play the card that you do need it. I'm going to keep Boba kind of light though. I'm not going to put anything else on Boba because we're going to run some heavy hitters. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put Emperor Palpatine in this list. Now, Emperor Palpatine is in this list for some very interesting reasons. I've always thought that wouldn't it be cool to, especially with Boba now, and he's a little bit better, and I wanted to run Palpatine in the new Boba and have Palpatine pull the strings on Boba to let Boba shoot again, and have that extra ability to get that bounty, and so I thought that would be really cool. I like that idea, and I guess you do have potential for Palpatine's Force Lightning to get an extra black die. That's cool. It doesn't really need it. It's already a crazy good attack, but it's a Pierce 2 attack, so that is actually pretty good. But yeah, I love it. I'm going to give Palpatine Anger, and that's all I'm going to put on Palpatine for this build. I'm also going to go ahead and go with Iden Versio. I like Iden. I like Iden a lot. Let's wait. Come on, add her, get her in there. There we go. All right. And Iden Versio is going to be like the idea here. I mean, of course, you can have both of these, right? A lot of times I like to run her in this particular weapon, but in this one, I'm thinking maybe if I want to slow roll Boba, that 3-pip is now going to come into play. So the idea I have is running Iden potentially with Overwatch and Hunter. She'll be kind of hanging out in the back a little bit. She might not need Overwatch. A lot of times I do run her instinctively with Overwatch because of that 1-pip, although I don't think I'm running that 1-pip with her for this build, but you definitely have the option to. The option is there, and I'm going to leave it with you guys because you can easily swap out Overwatch, or you can do the loadout options to change these up a little bit. But Hunter's a good one here for her. She's going to want aims. But what I love about Iden, she's already got Marksman. She's got 2 black dice. She's got Surge to hit. So she can still get the crits, right? But she's going to want those aims, and that's where Hunter comes in. But she's going to actually have 3 black dice. You know what I'm saying? She's going to have 3 black because, at least on the turn that Boba plays his 3-pip, which is going to be really good. A piercing attack with infinite range, with 3 black dice and Marksman. Like, you can do, that's going to be a really nice attack. I really am looking forward to that attack. And with that in mind, I also want to add 3 strike teams. So let's add the strike teams, and let's put our snipers in there. Our sniper strike teams are pretty spectacular, right? They're 2 black dice. They don't have the Surge to hit, but they do have Pierce 1. A lot of times they're aiming and shooting. But imagine, if you will, they get 3 black dice. Imagine Boba is within range 1 and in line of sight of 3 of these. Now, there's still some unanswered questions on how strike teams are going to be fully affected by the new rules. We haven't gotten to take a look at those. Those are coming out in like about 2 weeks. And so we may end up having to play strike teams differently, and that you may have to have them out in the open, and you may have to have them all close together. Maybe Boba will be able to kind of hang back, and on that first turn, you're able to have all of your strike teams shoot with 3 black dice each. That would be really, really cool. So I think that would be a really fun usage of that card. Having Boba just kind of empower the entire Imperial army is just crazy. Or I guess there, yeah. So fun stuff. But now hey, look, we've got lots of heavy hitters here. We got Palpatine, we've got Iden Versio, we've got Boba Fett, we got 3 strike teams. I don't even own 3 strike teams, so I'd have to like make a change to this or borrow a strike team from somebody else to run this one. Because I don't like running triple snipers. Like, I don't really like it, but I'm trying to make a point with this one. So if I were to actually run this one, I'd probably drop a strike team and put something else in. And I'd tweak the points a little bit and make room for something slightly different. So we gotta have our core, and this is a fun one. A lot of times I do like to put the shore troopers and then the mortar. Mortar's got some changes also, with it being a notched base trooper. It's going to have that super tall silhouette, which can be a blessing and a curse, which is interesting. But I'm going to go with some regular stormtroopers. So let's go ahead and put the stormtroopers in there. Now, the stormtroopers, we're going to do a couple of different ones. First off, I'm going to do one that's just for healing. I'm going to put the FX9 medical droid in there. That's just my healing stormtrooper. That's there primarily for Palpatine, because we are, of course, going to run Palpatine's 1-pip. Well, I say of course, but nothing is truly certain, because, Palpatine is... people always expect the 1-pip. So you could really impress some people by, like, surprising them and not running the 1-pip. Wouldn't that be surprising? But it's probably something you want to do. We're going to go ahead and put another stormtrooper with a DLT-19, and I think a DLT-19 is another great option to get long range. 2 red, you got surge to hit, you have impact. Oh, let's add another black die to it, and it's an option. It's an option. We can do that, and then we're going to add another stormtrooper. This is going to be the one that I actually really like. A lot of people use the T-21. I like the RT-97C, especially since that one's got range 4, and we'll be able to add an extra black die to a range 4 attack, turning them to a 5-die attack with surge to hit just for that one mini, which is really cool. But you're only able to add it to one of the pools. So if you do split fire, you're not getting it in everything. It's just still pretty cool. And I'm going to add the specialist to this particular unit, so that they can aim and shoot as well. So that specialist is just awesome. Free aim token. Let's do it. And then we've got the DLT. Wait, hold on. I put the specialist in the wrong one. I didn't want it there. I wanted it up here. Yes. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need to aim as much on 2 red, but I am going to need to aim with it on the RT-97C. Yeah, he's super good. All right, so that gives us Palpatine, Iden, Boba, 3 stormtroopers, and I only did 1 scout trooper. I need to times that by 3. So now all of a sudden, we've got a little bit of stuff that we can do. So, so what I want to do here is I also want to give Palpatine. I realize I need burst of speed on Palpatine. If I'm going to run his 1-pip, I got to have a way to get him in there fast. That's just something that I've got to have. Got that. The flame projector. We've got 3 more points. One of the things that I could do here is... wait a second. I lost some stuff. I added 2 units of storm. All right. We're figuring this out. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and change things up a little bit in the middle of the build, because we've got the RT-97C. We're at 802 right there. So I screwed up my points a little bit in the pre-bid. What we've done is we've got all right, I'm going to have to drop the 97C, and I'm going to have to make that another DLT. That works out better. So we have 2 DLTs. No. We have 1 DLT, 1 RT-97C, and 1 medical droid. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, I think I added too many specialists and then took them off, and then realized I needed of speed. So let's recap. We've got Palpatine with Burst of Speed and Anger. We've got Iden Versio with Overwatch, Hunter, and the DLT. Of course, you could put more into the loadout there. We've got Boba with Offensive Push and Flame Projector. We've got a DLT Stormtrooper, a 97C Stormtrooper, and an FX9 Medical Droid support team, and then 3 strike teams right here. Very cool. It's 9 activations, and this is a sweet spot. Because with the new pass rule, 9 is just as good as 10. And that's a lot of times where you want to be. So you can afford to do 9 activation lists now, which is really cool. So now we've got Iden Versio, we've got Emperor Palpatine, we've got Boba Fett, we've got a lot of choices to make for command cards. And well, I already said we're going to be using some of Boba's cards. We've got this is weird how we've got the old Boba up here and then the new Boba down here. So, or I should say the original Boba, and then we've got the old man Boba Daimyo. So Daimyo. So we're going to go with a rule with respect. That's a great one. I think I can pass on making his way in the galaxy in this one. I think I'll go with a simple man. I really like this one. One of the things is increasing the range of his weapons. On the turn he plays this, if Palpatine pulls the strings on him, then he, it's not just during his activation, right? If he's not issued an order with this card, he gains Markman this round, an aim token, and increases the range of his weapons by 1 to a maximum of 5 this round. If he is issued an order, somebody gets to move. But he's going to have that all round. So if he gets to shoot again, which is going to be great, then he'll get to benefit from that twice. So I think this one works really well with Palpatine as well, which is why I have like the snipers that really want to benefit from the extra die, but I also have Palpatine there to kind of help benefit with this. So it's kind of a 2-part. So that's our 1 and a 3. Palpatine, of course, we've got to do this one. That takes care of both of our 1s. Give in to your anger, probably the best 2-pip in the game. Absolutely crucially good card. And the entire Legion is actually going to work really well here, even though we can't issue Boba in order with this card. We can issue everybody in order with this except Boba. And since he won't be issued an order, he'll still get his aim and or dodge, so probably an aim. So I kind of like this one too. I feel like this one goes well into this, since we do have some different units, right? We've got 2 commander. Iden could actually go in as operative as well. We have commander, operative. We've got core and special forces. I think an entire Legion is a potentially good card here. But then again, we also have tactical strike, Iden Versio, and 3 troopers. It's going to give them steady and tactical 1 if they have to move. I'm holding off on this one until we see the full new rules. If our snipers end up being fundamentally changed where they do end up having to move. As of right now, it looks like they'll probably still be able to kind of camp out and hide and have that 1 mini kind of hide off to the side. But if that changes and we have to be more mobile with them, then this would be a good option. But for right now, I'm going to go with an entire Legion. That's going to be my other 3-pip. So I have room for a 2-pip here, and I could easily go with, Concussive Blast might be good on this one with Iden Versio, because she is probably going to run in the sniper mode, and this way at least it gives her a close range attack, and it also lets her recover. But recovery won't be as great on her because she doesn't have the droid. She won't be getting the shield back and all this other stuff. I'm going to go with the flame projector on Boba for the other 2. Here, the fun part with this is that Boba's now going to have 2 flame projectors, and he's got Arsenal too. So if you happen to go up against Separatists, there exists this perfect storm where you jump in between 2 units of B1s, and you fry them both, and you can easily completely take them out. You could totally take them out fully. It's possible, and wouldn't that be amazing to kill what? 6, 7, 8, 16 minis in 1 attack potentially. Stranger things have happened, right? It's definitely possible. So I've got to try for that because it's fun and we're trying to have fun. And so that's the command cards that I'm going with for this build. It's kind of a it has a little bit of a weakness for some armor. We've got a DLT 19 in there. We've got a little bit, but we don't have a whole lot. Palpatine's still going to be really fun. This is going to do well more against troops than against vehicles. And of course, we have the excess work. We've got the help from Palpatine to make bounty work. We've got a lot of cool stuff in this build, and I think it's a fun one. But I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section. I think it's a cool build, and I'll put a link to it in the video description. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Make sure you are sticking around. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, click the bell for alerts. Jump into our Discord. Head over to crabbok.com for the free Legion AI system that's about there, as well as some other Star Wars Legion and Star Wars Armada free content that I post out there. And also don't forget to head over to Luxury Playstyle, use that code CrabbokVIP. That is going to do it for today's video. I want to thank my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this channel possible. Thank you for your continued support. Hopefully you're having a fantastic 2023. Be safe out there and have fun gaming. I will talk to you later.